Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I want to talk about the official trailer that came out for Moon Knight. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link to it in the description down below. The trailer definitely gave me Legion vibes. I don't know if that was just me or not, especially because it just, the whole aspect I think is interesting because obviously I know nothing about Moon Knight. I picked up a little bit here and there, but as a character I know virtually nothing about. I know he has kind of like, I don't know, multiple personality disorder wouldn't be the right word now. I guess it'd be dissociative personality disorder. I don't know if that's a byproduct of his powers or whether that's just something he had beforehand. I don't know. It might be a combination of it. I like how the trailer like leans into that, where him just like, at first he's like, right, I can't tell this difference between sleep and dream and what's real and what's not because he has insomnia. But it seems like when he thinks he's actually awake, in actuality he's not. The reason why he's so tired is because one of the other personalities he kicks in, and he's living basically a double life that he's not even aware of these other personalities, and he's kind of going insane. A lot of that definitely reminds me of some Legion vibes, because what there's a line from season 1 of Legion I always thought was so dope, was basically like, right, you guys think I'm this powerful like mutant, but what if I am just crazy? And turns out when it came to David's case in Legion, it was a combination of the two, so I thought that was kind of fascinating. But obviously, like, each of his personalities kind of live their own lives, so like when he finds that like hidden phone and it's like, the lady's like, oh Mark, I thought you were dead, where you been? He's like, wait, why are you calling me Mark? So I love that, and especially at one point in the trailer, he's got like a gun and he almost looks at it like, wait, what? So there's moments where he's just going to snap awake and like, wait, what did I just do? I wonder if there are going to be moments where we never get to see what the other personalities do. We just follow this one particular personality when he snaps out of it, and some of his interactions through like mirrors, because we see at one point he's telling like this mirror to shut up and he's kicking and smashing it. It just feels so, at least to me, it feels very different from what we've gotten so far, like just MCU wise. It just feels like this is, I mean, I think this is, we've never really dealt with a character like this, just kind of as potentially as weird and as crazy as it is. I think this show will be trippy. It will not be Legion's level of weird and trippy, but I think they're, just from what we got in the trailer, it seemed really interesting. I don't know. It might be a thing of, yeah, we will follow the other personalities, but I think that's going to be a real interesting thing when just like, you know, what triggers like certain personalities to come out, because he has multiple, so like, what's going to cause one to come out and not another, and is there any trigger to it? Is it just going to happen at random and he's got to find a way to work around that? Obviously we got little peeks into, you know, Ethan Hawke's character, who's kind of like the main antagonist. I think he almost seems like a cult leader in his own right, but like, you know, but he knows what's going on with Moon Knight, and knowing like, oh, like the voices in your head, but he's almost like, it's not a bad thing, it's about kind of controlling that chaos. And so I don't know whether that's supposed to be like, oh, he has the power to enthrall people, so he is kind of like having all those people bow down to him. Like, are they followers, or are they just people he's controlling and making them do that? If so, like if he has some kind of like mind control ability or something, I wonder, would it be able to work on him, like because maybe if he was controlling someone's mind, like because our Moon Knight has multiple personalities, would one be able to be under the control while another one wouldn't be able to be under control? I don't know. Because I was under the impression like Moon Knight was going to be maybe street level, but I think truth be told is all the Disney Plus stuff is technically grounded in the sense of like it's street level ish, but there's also larger stuff at play, like WandaVision, kind of street level, but it's like, yeah, but there's like magic involved. And then you have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is grounded, yeah, but it's international spy stuff. And then it's Loki, it's like, yeah, it's a smaller story, but it's also got ripple effects across the cosmos and the universe, because it includes multiverse stuff. And then Hawkeye is straight up street level and stuff like that. But that's what I was kind of expecting, maybe more of Hawkeye / Daredevil from Moon Knight, because my understanding is he kind of is like that. Obviously the comparison a lot of people make, and I've heard people make, I'm not saying this is the exact thing, but it's a comparison people make, is he's very much like Batman, but maybe even crazier. Moon Knight is. But the fact is that we see him not beating up just a regular person. It seems like it's a monster that he's attacking when he's suited up at near the end of the trailer. So it's like, oh, so it isn't just going to be like bad guys, you know, like criminals and stuff like that, which, yeah, it's probably going to be that. But there's also, well, let's not forget his powers. Well, the other thing I know about him is his powers come from an Egyptian god. So it's like, so there's definitely going to be that supernatural element that they're going to definitely be leaning into. So I think that's going to be pretty dope to be like figuring out what that's all about. Because I love at one point he had seen it earlier in the episode, but he thought he was kind of going crazy because once it came to the elevator, it was just an old lady. So that's going to be interesting figuring that. Because at first I was wondering if that was supposed to be the Egyptian god in like a humanoid form. But whatever it was kind of a mummy. Which it seems like that's how his suit works. It wraps around him. Which I was like, now, once again, because I know nothing about the character, I don't know if that's supposed to be something that either Marvel's changing for the character or maybe that's a more recent thing. Because the whole being, like, the whole white and everything, like that suit, I thought he made the suit. And it's like, oh, it's not just you made the suit literally forms around you, like almost like an Iron Man suit slash a symbiote, but it's like bandages wrapping around you. So it's very mummy inspired-esque. So I don't know whether it's like, oh, it's always been like that in the comic and I've just had like that misunderstanding, or maybe that's some later comic versions of them. Early comic versions, maybe he made the suit, and then later stuff, it is just part of being Moon Knight. Whatever the case may be, it looked pretty dope seeing it on him, and just like him in a bathroom, looked like it was a destroyed bathroom, whatever, him beating the living crap out of a monster or something. Not unless he's seeing a monster when in actuality it's not. I'm so fascinated to find out, because I think this showed you quite a bit, giving you a general understanding of what the show kind of is while not telling you everything. So I think that's pretty dope. Question that has popped up, I've heard other people kind of discuss this in the past, because we are dealing with an Egyptian god, and obviously Thor Love and Thunder is expanding the mythos of the different pantheons in the Marvel universe. We're going to be dealing with not only Norse gods but also Greek gods, and now we're dealing with Egyptian gods. I'm curious, like, is Moon Knight going to help further like the other god mythologies? Because once again, I've talked about it before, like a lot of the Marvel stuff, I always attribute it to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where it's like, at least MCU wise, that kind of lean more into thinking like, oh, the Asgardians aren't actually gods, they're actually aliens. I think that's more of an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing. I actually can't think, I'm not sure if there's anything in what is canonical to the MCU currently that would be considered, that considers the Asgardians actually aliens, whatever the case may be. I think that's going to be an interesting introduction of like an Egyptian pantheon, and just like what else that includes, and how far down the rabbit hole they're going to go with the mythology. So once again, a character I know nothing about. I'm very excited for the show. I should also note I appreciate the trailer using Day and Night by Kid Cudi, so that was pretty dope. I was like, I love that, because I love that song. I used to play it on a repeat constantly when it originally came out. But regardless, obviously these are just some of my thoughts. I'd love to get to know yours in the comments down below. What are some things you want from this series? What are some things you expect to see from the series? Let me know. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.